Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. Time for teams to start making moves towards the postseason. Here we go in Week 11. On the return, here's Palmer. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground with Algier. He's got to gain a 6 there. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
You know, Kate, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. It's going to be 2 on the pickup, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 13. Lamar now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue. A give to Algier on the inside handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, Jackson. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Opening drive going according to plan. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Play action. Here's Jackson. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board, and the first drive as a defense. And now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Another try following the sack. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Trying to find his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's on the move. And this one doesn't go far.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stuffed right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
2nd and 10 now. He's got Khalil Shakir. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Third and just 2 to go. Back now, pressure on its way. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back-to-back carries here. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
They'll take an option to the right on 1st down. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
They've got a man in motion. Here's 2nd and 14. Complete to Shakir. And they make the tackle at the 38.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can come in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Finding Collins. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
And he's down into the red zone. This run gets to the 18. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. We're at the end of one in a defensive showdown that has lived up to its billing thus far. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. Time for our second quarter. The Texans with a chance to score. Running for the marker on second. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third down, 1 yard to go. Back to the well again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Bertolet able to knock it through. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
This return starts at the 5. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff for Algier. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. Now here's Lamar. Completed over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Here's Algier on 1st down. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
New set of downs is not off to a real good start here, Kate. And I know every yard counts in this league. But that lone yard, it's not going to really change what they're thinking about doing here on 2nd down.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Algier with another carry. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
First and 10 from the 41. They go again with Algier. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. of the gun. Here's Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Christian Harris on the stop. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Pistol snap to Jackson. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. From the left hash, 54 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
When you throw that comeback route versus zone, you have to see the underneath defenders. It's frankly easier, Kate, to throw it versus man-to-man. You know where everybody is. But in zone, you better trust your eyes underneath. And when you do, there's completions like that to be had.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Back to throw now. Hits his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Third and 4 coming up now. He'll throw it. Schultz with the catch. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
And he'll make his way down to the 16-yard line. Managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. And it's the Texans who have 2nd and 4. From the 16. Buys time, rolling right. And he's brought down at the line.
What an excellent job there by the defense. Once he gets out on the move, to be able to corral and contain him and not give up any yards. So often the unit can't keep that contained, and a play like that will go for a big gain.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll throw it. Cut near the goal line. It is in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans get some late points and the lead. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Jackson to throw it. Gets this one to Tyler Algier. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect. All you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now it's Lamar. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Lamar throwing again. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Jackson's going to throw again. Dive in, and he gets his hands underneath for the catch. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They've got 1st down from the 31. Again, it's Jackson to the air. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. Lamar now from the gun. Stays in the pocket. And no one had a shot at that. It's out the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time. Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. They'll take it out wide to run this clock out. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
You know, in this league, Kate, anytime a play gets out on the edge, kind of holds your breath defensively, but a good job there. Good team pursuit to corral it and limit the big game.
One final shot before halftime. He put everything he had into this one. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing from the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. They get 22 on that one. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Here on first down. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
Ball at the 33 for first down. They give it to him again. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Connection made to Dell. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. TJ Tampa there on the tackle. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up a Houston first. They'll run it from the gun. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Dell now in motion right. Another carry for him. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Third down from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Will Lutz on to attempt the field goal. He connected once and a good chance here. This is inside of 35.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That's now the 3rd sack of the game, and I know how these defenders start to think. How many more can I tally up before this one's over? Still a bunch of game time. And this defense, well, they're feeling it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Algier running behind center. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Find me an offense that won't take that type of result every snap. Good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
1st and 10 from the 41. Lamar off the play fake. Buying some time right. Complete out to the right. And they bring him down around the 34.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
And he's brought down for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Completed here to Algier. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Now a handoff to Algier. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, they go with Algier. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. He'll get 3, but much work left for him on 2nd and goal.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Changing it up here, Jackson. Setting up the screen. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens push their lead to 3. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, here's a handoff. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down. They're throwing it. This is complete to Schultz. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. It's an option left. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who could anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Like a lawnmower, baby. Let's get off here with the W offense.
He's dropping back to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete to Dell. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down. From the red zone now. Doesn't have the hook up there. Incomplete pass. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Running it now out of the gun. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Looking to throw. Schultz with the catch. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it. So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Lamar. Finds a man right side. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep the quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Back to throw it. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
When you ask a lot of your defenders on that field, it is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignments, hit pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Picked up at the 38. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. On 1st down, they'll run. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. Second and 6 coming up here. A give now from the gun. And they bring him down around the 34. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and in what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone could finally get to him.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Back-to-back carries here. Has some space inside the 15. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. We're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. And he's brought down for a loss. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
They'll send him up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. An entire game coming down to the leg of Will Lutz. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. Pretty easy kick here, Brock, just 22 yards. The kick is good, he got it! And they've taken back the lead. So it's a win for the Texans. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end. But they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Houston.